what a job
Oh,
you did.
yes, Peter, yes.
Well, I did a good job, too, today, Michael, because I pulled a coup, all right? She has not done a lot of interviews yet since she joined WWE. It's my first time getting to chat with her. Philadelphia, WWE World WrestleMania. Make some noise for Jade Cargill. She makes her WWE debut on Saturday. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Hold on. Let me adjust my hair.
Yeah, look at the monitor. Get it all right.
This one piece. Could you grab it for me?
Where? This one?
Is it down? Nope.
No. Oh, I messed it up. I had one job. I had one job and I blew it.
All right. There we go. Got it. Okay.
Now she's all set.
I think that's good. All right. There we go.
How are you feeling, Jade? What does this feel like?
It feels great. This is my first time at WrestleMania in general, and at that, I'm in a match. Like, who gets that? It feels great. It feels electric. I feel grateful, humble, very humble.
So I'll have Michael and Don know they don't follow wrestling quite as much as I do. That when Jade first appeared on the scene, she jumped off the TV in this way that I think everybody collectively said, she has to be in WWE one day. Like, don't get me wrong, it's great to see what she's doing, but she needs to be in WWE. Did you always feel that way? And when did you first start to believe that was what the path would be?
Okay, so initially, I only knew about WWE. I went to a tryout. You know, everybody watched WWE growing up. You know, that's a place that everybody wanted to be a part of or do something with.
And this came from our mutual friend, Mark Henry, correct?
Yes, literally found me, came to the gym, watched me worked out, and he was just like, okay, yeah, you're going to a tryout. Like, I think you have it. I know you have that presence. You have that confidence. Go. And I did that. It went great. I was asked to come back. However, I had a better deal at the other company, and I bet on myself, and now we're here.
Now, are you nervous going into WrestleMania? I mean, this is a pretty big deal, so are there nerves involved?
No, not at all. Maybe, I mean, I feel like because everybody reminds me every day, are you nervous? Are you nervous? And now I'm sitting back thinking, should I be nervous? But no, honestly, the bigger the crowd, the more people who expect so much of me, I crush things under pressure. So I love it. Like, I'm not nervous at all.
Who are you? Who says things like that?
I'm Jade Cargill. Well, you know what? I will say this. I had a great example from my spouse who played baseball for 17 years. And I watched him go out there and perform and just be himself. And I sat back and, you know, behind the scenes and watched it. And I was like, right. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. And just seeing him have restless nights and just seeing the work that he put in, you know, because I had a great example, I knew what I could
And
do.
Jade's husband is Brandon Phillips, who spent the majority of his career with the Cincinnati Reds. Last played in 2018, and he was a heck of a player, Jade.
Great second baseman, guys. Listen, that's my rock.
Yeah, and I've always felt that nervousness comes from a lack of preparedness. If you're prepared, the nerves go away. So how do you prepare for these moments?
You really can't prepare for anything. In wrestling, things go off the hinges all the time. You just have to do what you do best and just go out there and put your best foot forward, and either they're going to like it or they don't. There's always some... People hate on LeBron. I'm a huge LeBron fan. People hate on LeBron. You know what I'm saying? People hated on Michael Jackson. People hated on Taylor Swift. People hate on Beyonce. You got to do what's best for you, and you just got to say, forget everybody else. Like, I'm going to do what I think is best.
The Royal Rumble moment, it was a big deal. It was at a stadium, obviously. A lot of people had a hunch that you might show up.
Yeah.
And when that music hit, though, it was electric. What was the feeling like? And I told you right after, I was like, it all went perfect. Like, it really couldn't have gone better. We just showed it on the show, but you and Nia had that moment together. It really worked out great.
Yes.
What did that moment feel like?
I was nervous for that because I didn't know the response that I was going to get. I'm so used to talking crap and just not caring, like showing up and being like, whatever. So this was the first time that I was like, okay, Jade, you have to care. Like, the response, your first response, even though I feel like right now I've had 4 debuts. Like, I'm about to have my 4th debut at this point. The nerves were there for that, but just how the crowd, like the universe, the WWE universe, that you guys just accepted me and took me in and cheered for me, I was not expecting that at all. Like, when I came back, I was so focused in. I came back, everybody was like, girl, like, did you hear that? And I was like, what? Like, really? I couldn't have gotten a better reaction from you guys. So it was one-on-one. I was in the perfect spot. Fan base made me feel welcome. The staff made me feel welcome. Like, it was something that I never thought was going to happen like that.
It was an amazing moment to see. I got to tell you, too, like, in talking to you for the first time this much, like, your personality is almost surprising.
Really?
Like, and I just say that because you're somewhat bubbly.
Okay.
But your character is so...
stoic.
You're stoic and strong.
Yeah.
Do you look forward to a time when, like, as you get to be around more and more and you continue to keep working in the ring and on the mic, that you'll get to really be this full Jade Cargill all the time?
I can't give you guys too much. Like, I feel like when you give people too much, they think they know you, right? And I give you guys enough. Like, for example, if something's going on in your personal life, right? You don't want no one to say, "Oh, I know this," and it's like, no, you don't know this.
You mean you don't want to be like doubled over in pain, laying face down in a radio studio, vaping with your co-host?
Oh my gosh!
It may or may not have happened, but whatever. We got past it. Keep going. I hear what you're saying.
But no, I mean, like, the way that I'm so accepted here, I don't mind at all. Like, this is who I am. I'm a chill person, believe it or not. But, like, I love to have a good time. Like, I love to interact. Like, today my line was ridiculous. And I wanted to, like, I was literally the entire time talking to everyone. At a point, they were like, "Jade, you can't talk.
You gotta move
like, you gotta
people along.
go, you gotta go." But I love, because people are coming from UK, people are coming from Scotland, people are coming from all walks of life with different reactions and different viewpoints. And I want to know, like, what got you into wrestling? Like, why are you here? You like me? Oh my gosh. Like, is this your first WrestleMania? It's mine too. Like, I love the interaction because it shows you that all of this, all these bumps we take, all the BS we take behind the scenes, it's all worth it.
Now, does Brandon support you the way you supported him? I mean, does he come on the road with you?
Yes, right now he's a stay-at-home dad. We actually own a professional softball team called the Texas Smoke, which we won last year, the WPF, guys.
And by the way, that's fast pitch, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. And we won in our first year, guys. Like, it was a big, big deal. At that, like, supporting women's sports is a big pleasure of mine. But yes, he does. He's always on the road as much as he can, but we have a 7-year-old daughter, so we're not trying to go to jail for her missing school is like all the time. So we have to be careful and pick and choose. Like, they'll be here tonight, so she's missing school tomorrow. But he's a phenomenal. Right now, he's a stay-at-home dad. Like, he's enjoying it. If anything, he just wants more vacations, which right now I can't give him.
Who's the better athlete?
Me.
Wow.
I'm gonna say that, but if he was here right now, he would be like, "Oh no, you're not," because he comes from a very competitive family. I'm competitive, but I know what's good for me. I'm like, all right, like, I'm not gonna win this Uno game. It's fine. His family, like, and that's what I can say. His family has raised so many athletes, so they're the type of people that if they lose, they're going to keep on playing until they're winning. I'm the type of person to say, okay, I bow out. Like, this just isn't good for me.
Are you in the lifting department? Are you guys?
Oh, me.
It's you.
All day, every day. Yes. Baseball, they don't have, like, super strong. Like, they're very, like, you know, like, they have to have a little punch in the waist a little bit. It's all me. It's all me.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all me.
Yeah, being up close, like I just catch myself seeing your arms every once in a while.
Thank you.
It's insane. How much time are you spending in the gym on a daily basis?
5 days a week for about 2.5 hours. And honestly, like, I've been at the PC for about 3-4 days out of the week. So I'm pulling.
And that's in-ring work also.
Yes. So I'm pulling 2 a days, about 2-3 days.
That's what I do too, Jade.
Like, it's a
that's
lot.
what I do too.
Do
Yeah,
you? Well, you should look just like me.
Yeah.
Oh no! If you keep watching the monitor, you'll see he looks almost the exact.
Oh,
exact same.
I see you. Look, so
No.
he's talking about my arms. He should be talking about yours.
Look at that. Yeah.
Last thing I have for you, you're in this six-woman tag match with Naomi and Bianca. I talked to Bianca a couple of days before you got here. And this is off the air, but I don't think I'm speaking out of school. She was like, I cannot wait for Jade to be here. How meaningful is it for you guys to be together and sort of this moment for black women in wrestling to have this match at WrestleMania?
You guys, like, I would have never, first of all, we're talking about Naomi and Bianca Belair. I could have never had a better setup next to two veterans, one who has won WrestleMania how many times?
Many. She's undefeated, I think.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
So for me to
3 or
even
4?
be in the same ring, which people, of course, you've seen me from the beginning, no one would ever fathom that. I don't think anybody ever thought that I was probably going to ever come here or at that we'll actually be in the same ring together. So for me to have two phenomenal women, two phenomenal black women, women in general, I would have never ever thought that in my life. I'm just happy to be next to them at this point. I mean, eventually I'm gonna take over. That's just that's
But
my
that's business.
That's my MO. That's business.
That's business.
But right now, to be at my first WrestleMania, period, for me to be next to these living legends, for me to be in a match against Asuka and all, like,
It's amazing.
it doesn't get any better than that. Like, who can say that? No one. And then to have only 2 losses in my entire career, like, that's huge, you know?
Some would say you shouldn't have had any of them, but that's a different story.
That's
for
a different story.
day.
It's a different story. You know, you got to do certain things to get ahead in life, and I'm here for a reason. And I'm not here to just blend in. I'm here to stand out and make a name for myself.
Jade Cargill, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jade.
This has been so cool. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I will see you as the weekend goes on. One time, make some noise for Jade Cargill, a debut on Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
Now,
All right, guys. ENN is next, but first, you got to say goodbye to Busted Brackets because FanDuel lets you bet on every game.